Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'd like to call the Hammond Redevelopment Commission meeting to order on this Thursday, July 6th, 2023. It is now 4:31. The meeting will begin. Can you please stand for a pledge of allegiance? A quick moment of silence after. Commissioner Myers, can you lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which she stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Cynthia, roll call then.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Here.
Garay, Myricks,
Here.
Poppridge.
Here, for the record, tonight 3 are present with 2 absent. 3, declaration of conflict of interest. Okay, number 4, communications.
Commissioner, we received 2 communications. One was from Calumet College of St. Joseph dated June 20th, and it's regarding 2512 New York Avenue, the RFP that was published. And then we also received one from a church, Word Made Flesh Ministries, dated June 28th, and they are interested in using the vacant lot adjacent to their church for a back-to-school event on August 19th.
Okay. So, just for the record then, put that we received them, and we'll let staff look at these for, if there's any, probably will be some attention needed on a future meeting then. Thank you. Okay, and number 5 is our minutes dating June 20th, 2023. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's on.
Mr. President, I make a motion to accept the minutes from June 20th, 2023.
Second.
Okay, a motion's been made by Commissioner Soto Presley, second by Commissioner Myricks. Is there any additions or any other corrections to these minutes? Okay, then, roll call, please.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Garay, Myricks,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes. 3 yes, 2 absent. Okay, number 6, homebound conditional forgivable loan approval. Looks like we have 2 applicants.
Yes, we do. We have Brenda Kalunga, she's on Zoom, and Derek Jones Jr. and Sr. present with us.
Okay, welcome.
Good afternoon. We just got a couple quick questions for you guys. I'm gonna start with the young lady that's on Zoom. So I don't mispronounce your last name. I'm gonna just say Brenda. How did you hear about our program? How did you hear about our program?
So I was looking into purchasing a home, and my realtor also mentioned it to me. And when I came across the home, I'm in the process of buying it, and said ask about our home buying program.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you your realtor's name.
Excuse me?
May I ask you your realtor's name?
Mary Caravan?
Okay. Well, I'm a realtor as well, so I always like to know, you know,
Oh, no,
who.
no, sorry. My realtor is Karina Wallen.
Don't know her. But doesn't matter. Are you a first-time home buyer?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Mr. Jones and Mr. Jones Sr., how are you guys doing?
How you doing?
Same couple questions. How did you hear about our program? And either one of you can speak.
Realtor,
May I ask who your realtor is?
Mary Aaron.
Marianne, there's a few of those, but it doesn't matter. Are you guys first time? And this is unusual.
Yeah.
The son and the father. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. So are you guys first time homeowners?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Are there any questions any of you guys have for us?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well, Mr. President, if there's no further questions or discussion, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the homebound conditional forgivable program for Brenda Kalunga, and forgive me if I mispronounce your name, 6553 Montana, and Derek Jones Sr. and Derek Jones Jr. at 6646 Howard Street.
I second that motion.
Okay, we got a motion then by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Soto Presley. Let's have a roll call then, please.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray, Myrick.
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes with 3 yes and 2 absence. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You guys may be excused if you like. Same thing with you, Brenda. If you want to shut off, you can, or if you want to stay online, you can.
You're welcome.
All right, brings us to number 7, approval of AES, which is Advanced Engineering Services, Incorporated proposal for geotechnical engineering exploration for proposed Memorial Park residential subdivision.
Commissioners, in front of you today, you have a proposal from AES for some work we need to do on the Memorial Park upcoming residential subdivision. We're going to be looking at some subsoil and groundwater conditions. This is just part of the process of transforming Memorial Park and from an underutilized park in Hammond to a new residential community with 36 single-family homes and potentially senior living as well, which is awesome. If you have any additional questions, we do have Akhtar Zaman. He is the principal engineer at AES, which is a Hammond-based company, and he can answer any questions you have. But the proposal is in the amount of $7,140.
I don't have any questions, but I do like that they're trying to do something to bring some new housing stock in the city of Hammond. I think it's a great thing.
They're thinking about the seniors. Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for approval of AES Incorporated proposal for geotechnical engineering exploration for the proposed Memorial Park residential subdivision.
Second.
Okay, then we have a motion by Commissioner Soto Presley, second by Commissioner Myrick. If there's no further questions, let's have a roll call then.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray, Myrick.
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes 3 yes, 2 absent.
Thank you.
All right, number 8 is approval of Phase 1 environmental site assessment for the former Memorial Park by Americo Incorporated. And I believe we have Zach online with us tonight.
That's right, we have Zach from Americo, and again, this is in the same vein of the AES proposal. This is for a Phase 1 environmental site assessment at Memorial Park. And this proposal is at $2,300.
Mr. President, again, if there's no further questions or discussion, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of Phase 1 environmental site assessment for former Memorial Park by Americo Incorporated.
I second that.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Soto Presley. If there's no questions for Zach from Americo, let's have a roll call, please.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray, Myrick.
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes 3 yes, 2 absent. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach.
Okay, number 9 is approval of agreement to sell real estate known as 5640-42 Alice Avenue.
Members of the commission, the documents entitled agreement to sell, it might be a little bit deceiving. We're actually the buyer, so we're actually purchasing the property, 5640 to 42 Alice. This is vacant land in the Jacob Square subdivision. It's part of the city's plan to bring new housing to Jacob Square, to acquire all the vacant land that we can acquire, and then we want to sell to folks that are looking to build single-family or, depending on the lot, potentially a duplex, but this is part of that first step. You're going to see a few items down, like 11 properties or 12 properties that are being given to the Redevelopment Commission from the city, but it's all part of the same project to kind of acquire all the vacant properties in Jacob Square, and then with some strategic design, sell to people that are going to build homes, and thereby encourage those that, you know, have homes in there, that it kind of feeds off of itself, right? Like, so that's the whole idea.
So will the homes that, the proposed construction, will they have to mirror the existing homes, you know, at least in style, or?
No, potentially in size, right? Because you can only do so much with, if you have a lot that's X by X, right? Like, you can't put, but it's going to be compatible with the neighborhood. Is the stuff that we're talking about, and you know, it all will depend. The size of the home will all depend on the size of the lot, and there are some uniquely configured lots in that subdivision, right? Like
45 to 45.
Well, and we're trying to combine some of the smaller ones into two of them into one to make two small lots, one moderate lot, right? Like, so that's all part of the plan, and I think by August. Well, that may be aggressive. August or September, you're going to see a list of properties that we're looking to sell and try to do something with.
Okay.
Thank you for your clarification on
But this-
purchasing too.
Yeah, this one we have to buy, and the purchase price is $7,600. Yeah, if approved tonight, we'll be closing on this by the end of the month.
Sounds good.
So is the motion that we make,
Just to approve the agreement to sell real estate, but,
Okay, so it's-
I mean, that's what it's titled.
stays the same?
Yeah, but I wanted you to know, we're actually the buyer in this agreement.
Okay. Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for approval of agreement to sell real estate known as 5640-42 Alice Avenue.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Soto Presley, second by Commissioner Myrick. Let's have a roll call then, please.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray, Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes, 3 yes, 2 absent. Okay, number 10, approval of license and agreement for the vacant parcel commonly known as 5251 Holman Avenue.
So this document is an agreement to allow Reith Riley to store some of their materials on the property at 5251 Holman Avenue that they're using as part of the Holman reconstruction project. It kind of came to our attention. I think they just assumed that Reith Riley entered into a contract with the city, and you know, you're a separate entity than the city, but Reith Riley gets this contract to do the road, and so they just kind of put their materials on this lot, not thinking anything of it. And then Ann let me know about a month ago, hey, you know, Reith Riley's got their stuff on Redevelopment's property. So there's no problem with it. It needs, this is more a technical legal document. I mean, if they're going to use our property, then you guys need to sign off on it. I didn't think you'd have a problem with it at all, but we need to go through this step of actually approving it.
No, nothing different either, like when we, similar, like in these communications today, like if we end up letting them park their cars in a lot or something.
No doubt. And, you know, they need to put the material somewhere, right? Like, so it makes sense. We're not using it right now, so.
Yeah, if we can help them and get the job done where they have a smoother transition in and out of the cities.
Well, I drove through there today, and they are really doing a lot in that area. I mean, they like kicking butt. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how it's gonna be once it's completed. So with all of that, Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of license agreement for the vacant parcel commonly known as 5251 Hammond Avenue.
I second your motion.
Okay, motion then has been made by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Soto Presley. Roll call, please.
Yeah.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray, Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes with 3 yes and 2 absent. Number 11, approval of development agreement between the City of Hammond Redevelopment Commission and Lions Commons LLC.
This development agreement with Lions Commons LLC is for Lions Commons to build, well, first to acquire from us pursuant to a forgivable loan, and then build a commercial, I guess, strip mall is a bad word, but, you know, retail space at 5903 through 23 Calumet Avenue, which is right next door here. 0.84 acres, and they're gonna put a $2.5 million development in, which is gonna be a 4-tenant commercial building, which includes a Smoothie King. This developer's the same developer who is putting the Smoothie King on Calumet Avenue in Munster, just south of the expressway on the west side of the street. And the kids love the Smoothie King, I don't know, but there's one across from Lake Central High School, and it's always, I mean,
Yeah.
what a great location for it here. I think not only folks that live in, or that work in City Hall and live around here are gonna patronize that place quite a bit. So, the incentive that's part of the development agreement, which, you can find, on page 10, section 1.11, is the forgivable loan. In addition, we're gonna do some street work and curbing work, and an incentive of $100,000 through the, is that through facade, Ann?
It's through
Mayor's Gaming.
and the councilman.
And the councilman. So you're basically selling the land on a forgivable loan on the condition that he builds what he says he's gonna build. And then $100,000, which is $50,000 upon completion of the framing and building, so the building's under roof, and then $50,000 upon receipt of occupancy permits for 50% of the lease space, which is gonna include that Smoothie King. And you'll recall, this is property we purchased, oh God, you're testing my memory a little bit, but about a year ago. And the whole idea was
To redevelop.
redevelop this area with the new high school going in and the whole thing, and like, I think there's a market for this type of development, right? Like, and
So do you know if this Smoothie King gonna take over half of the square footage, or?
it should not, no.
Okay.
No, you said there'd be some,
One of four, somewhere between 25% and 50%.
25%, okay.
and then with all the activity in the park here in the summertime, I think a lot
yeah.
of kids will just,
Everybody loves a Smoothie King.
so.
Okay, well, with that being said, Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for approval of development agreement between the City of Hammond Redevelopment Commission and Lions Commons LLC.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Soto Presley and seconded by Commissioner Myrick. If there's no further questions or discussion, roll call.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray, Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes 3 yes with 2 absent. Okay, number 12 is approval of resolution number 2023-12, a resolution accepting the conveyance of real estate from the City of Hammond by its Board of Public Works and Safety, Jacob Square.
So I kind of previewed this one earlier. There are 13 properties the city's donating, and they'll all go into the hopper when we go to redevelop Jacob Square.
All right. Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of resolution number 2023-12, a resolution accepting and conveyance of real estate from the city of Hammond by its Board of Public Works and Safety, Jacob Square.
I second your motion.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Soto Presley. That's the approval of resolution number 2023-12. Let's have a roll call, please.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Duray, Myrick,
Yes.
Flubbridge.
Yes. Motion passes 3 yes, 2 absent. Okay, number 13 is authorization to advertise for the sale of real estate commonly known as 245 Conkey Street.
We're just looking for permission to advertise this for the average of the appraisals, the $5,900 minimum price. This piece of property is over by the old Public Works, the old redevelopment offices over there, and I know there have been, some of the neighbors have expressed interest, so I expect you're gonna get something on this.
So moved.
Second. I second that.
Okay, then,
Snuck that one in on me.
motion's been made by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Soto Presley. That is the authorization to advertise for the sale of real estate commonly known as 245 Conkey Street. Let's have a roll call, please.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Duray, Myrick,
Yes.
Flubbridge.
Yes, motion passes with 3 yes and 2 absent. Okay, brings us to number 14, our bills, register of claims.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to pay the Register of Claims for June 12th, 2023 through June 29th, 2023 for Register of Claims R63448 through R63541 inclusive.
Second.
Okay, a motion has been made by Commissioner Soto Presley, seconded by Commissioner Myrick. That's the claims dating June 12th, 2023 through June 29th, 2023. Claim R63448 through claim R63541 inclusive. Is there any questions for staff on these claims? Okay, then roll call, please.
Talmadge, Soto Presley,
Yes.
Duray, Myrick,
Yes.
Flubbridge.
Yes, motion passes 3 yes, 2 absent. Okay, number 15, reports. Ms. Anderson, would you like to share anything tonight?
The main report I have tonight is Festival of the Lakes is kicking off officially this evening with a launch party at 18th Street Brewery. It actually starts in 5 minutes, so we should wrap this party up and head on over. And then the fest starts next Thursday through Sunday. If you are interested in passes, they are still available. You just have to give the mayor's office a call, and we can get you on a list. But that's what's going on there. Not Little Wing. All the other stuff.
Well, hopefully the weather will cooperate. Should be
Yes.
another big success of a fest.
Agreed.
All right, thank you, Ann. Number 16 is new and unfinished business. Do we have any items tonight, Attorney Westland? No. Okay. Moving along then, number 17 is public comment. It is open now. Public comment is open. If anybody wants to come forward and speak, you may do so now. Okay, public comments closed. Public comment is closed. Number 18, then.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
I second your motion.
We have a motion and a second. Can you all signify by?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.